This video demonstrates how to make a delicious, no-oil vegan lasagna. Preheat your oven to 375. First step is to make the tofu ricotta. So we're going to use a tablespoon of tahini, a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. We're going to use 1.5 teaspoons of miso. You can use chickpea miso or just normal miso. 1.5 teaspoons of rice vinegar. We're going to have 1 teaspoon of maple syrup. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder and half a teaspoon of salt, sea salt or just normal salt will do. We have 1 package of tofu. This is just one 14-ounce package. You can press it if you want, but it's not necessary. It's going into a lasagna, so moisture will just get sucked up into the noodles. That'll be fine. And we have a couple pinches of nutmeg here. It says it's optional in the recipe, but we recommend it. It gives it a nice kind of cheesy flavor. And then we're also going to add some basil to this mix. We don't show it here, but those are the ingredients. Put all the ingredients in a food processor, and we are going to pulse this. And now we're going to pulse this till it gets into like a coarse ricotta-like texture. Secret ingredient that we forgot, a teaspoon of black pepper goes in. After processing, it'll look basically like this, almost like ricotta. So next up, we're going to be assembling the items to go into the lasagna. Put whatever vegetables you like in it. We have a pound of spinach here. We have 2 maybe small to medium-sized sweet potatoes microwaved in the so that they're soft and cooked. And we're going to be kind of stir-frying up or sauteing some mushrooms here. We mashed up the sweet potatoes. Other ingredients that we're going to be using is an entire box of no-boil lasagna noodles. We're going to be using 2 jars of pasta sauce. This is the standard size, like 24 ounces or 26 ounces. And a can of olives that we're going to slice up. So first put down a thin layer of sauce on the bottom, probably about half a jar or so. So in order to spread this ricotta kind of evenly across the lasagna, we're going to be kind of painting it or smearing it onto the no-boil lasagna noodles. So we first start off with a layer of the tofu ricotta, and then we're going to go up and follow up with a layer, this on the other side, I guess, of the sweet potato. And so there we have it, and it makes it a lot easier to actually spread it out versus trying to smush it into the 9 by 13 size pan we have here. So in between the layers you can add, your vegetables of choice, be them what they are, spinach or mushroom. And then in between each layer we're going to add more sauce, more mushroom veggies. If you find that you have used too much of your ricotta and you have too many extra noodles available, feel free to put, extra layers that don't have ricotta or sweet potato on there in between and just add your veggies. And then you can save some of this for kind of the top layer. And so for your last layer on top of your lasagna noodles, like you put it face down. This way you can actually get in there and kind of squish it down and make sure that before you're putting your final layer of sauce on, everything is kind of, all in contact of moisture and there's not, a lot of air bubbles in there. So then last, you're going to go ahead and finish off the rest of the sauce. Put it on there. You can throw your extra, olives on there maybe? Okay. And then so basically you're just wanting to make sure that every noodle in there has been touched with moisture. So if it's touched with moisture, you're good. And then we're going to put on our olives. Black olives, sprinkle those on, and then we're going to cover this whole thing with a layer of foil. If you have concerns about aluminum foil touching your food, you can put a layer of parchment first, and then you can go ahead and put your aluminum foil over the top. And into the oven it goes. And we are going to set a timer here for 50 minutes. So after 50 minutes, you're going to go and you're going to take the foil off. And then you put it back in and you set another timer for another 10 minutes, and this is kind of just to dry off the top and kind of get it a little bit crunchy. After another 10 minutes has passed and your timer's gone off, you go ahead, take it out, and let it rest probably for a few minutes. Otherwise, it's gonna be outrageously hot and it will burn you. And there you have it. Feel free to mix it up with whatever veggies you want and add things and change to your desires. Enjoy.